What is up, party people? And we are back with a brand new edition, of course. My name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor. I obviously already know that sounds good to you. So, excuse my hair. Click that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. Also, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, all links are in the bio. Okay. I have a WhatsApp group. Link is in the bio. All links in bio. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. So feel free while you're there, subscribe. Go ahead, do it now. Hey, Stephen. Okay. So I will check it out. It's manifest. I will check it out. I've been dealing with a little bit of, drama. But anyway, oh yeah. So I will share with you a quick success story, guys. Real quick before we get into some shit. I had to move her coaching call back. Hey, Jess, Nikki, girlfriend. I had to literally move her coaching call back a week because she hired me. She wanted me to manifest her SP for her. And boom, same fucking day, contact. I was like, yeah, that's right. I was like, damn, okay. I was like, we need to move it. We need to move it back because she got a date on Saturday with her SP. Yeah, less than 24 hours, same day. So there's that. If you are in my WhatsApp community already, if you have been approached by anybody, hey, Elena, girlfriend, if you've been approached by anybody in my community, from my community, please disregard the ignorance that's being spread. Thank you very much. Hey, Lulu, girlfriend. All right, let's see what you got to say. How to speed up your manifestation according to your experience. Okay, N. So, and this is one thing she also said. Thank you, Alana. And it's one thing that she also said, because it's the same thing, is inner conversations. That's how you're going to speed up your manifestation, is the conversations you're having internally. You can't be like affirming and then changing the shit up. Hey, son, you can't be affirming and then all of a sudden your inner conversations, though, go left. Okay, where they take a turn. You can't do that, because when you do that, things change. Hey, Ness, girlfriend, I'm fantastic. Hey, Haley, sister. You better stay the path, Haley. Okay? Here's the thing. You guys are all saying, like, okay, so somebody will post a success story and you'll be like, what did you do? And it's like, what they do is drop the resistance. No, NYC, I'm not ignoring you, sister. I've been trying to clean up some mess people are trying to create in my life, as if I don't need anything else going on. What up, Jay Rose? Okay, so I will respond to you today. Because it's just, damn, Flashy, damn. It's just been crazy with things that are going on and people trying to come for me, but they don't realize that I will come for them all day, and I have receipts. So there's that part. I don't give them, I keep them. And so then I've had people approaching my members, and I'm like, don't have a leg to stand on. So like I said, be careful who you're listening to out here in the streets. And you might want to make sure they have their SP first. Okay. I manifested today my car would pass its service with no issues. Boom, what? Shancy. Shancy, you're the best. You're the best. But that's my thing, is it's like people need to understand. Okay, people need to understand that how you speed up manifesting is by controlling the inner conversations that you have, and by sitting there not thinking you're doing something fucking wrong. Not doing something wrong. I don't even know what you're talking about 3 strands, and then saying not trying to be rude. I don't even know what you're talking about. My hair is very healthy, thank you. if you're referring to the fact that I don't hide this from my members, which I think is hilarious that people say this stuff, because I broke my hair like 7 months ago, which is why it's growing back out. So thank you very much. And I told everybody that. So, I don't really give two fucks what you have to say. Like I said, my boyfriend loves my hair. So do you think I really give two shits? No, I don't. So all I care about is what my boyfriend thinks about me. So I don't care about anything else. But anyway, if you focus on inner conversations, right? And say, what are you thinking about all the time, right? What are you thinking about all the time? And then on top of that, you've got inner conversations plus you're affirming, right? And it's very fun when they say, when they say your affirmations back to you, when they literally parrot. And that's what she was finding hilarious, is that he was saying the things that they said. On top of that, when we rewrite the description of your SP, when we recreate your SP, right, I always throw things in your description of your SP so that we make it like really strong. And then she was like, I said, what has he told you? What did he tell you? And he's like, he literally told her 3 things, almost word for word, 3 things that we had put in the description of the SP. That's the fun part. When they do all that. So you're not doing anything wrong, but you keep telling yourself you're doing something wrong. Okay? Where it's like you're sitting in this waiting mode. But what do people do? They drop the resistance. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be fun. Okay? Where you're supposed to have fun manifesting your SP. It's not supposed to be a fucking job and stressful. When it's stressful, the shit doesn't come. But when you sit there and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to relax. And I'm just going to know. I'm just going to know that it's inevitable, that my SP is coming, period. That we're together, we're getting back together. That I fucking have no doubt. Well, then they start to conform. Then they start to conform because you're sitting there saying that. Okay? And you need to be reading, I don't know what part of this was unclear, is that you guys need to read your affirmations. I'm sorry, not read your affirmations, read the description of your SP every single day so that you're very clear on what the fuck it is that you expect from your SP. And then have conversations in your mind, like hear them say things. You're not making, this is what we were talking about on a coaching call yesterday or maybe today. I don't fucking know. But it was like, you're not making the shit up, okay? It's not like I'm like, go in your mind and just be completely delusional. But delusional about what? You're not making anything up. You're replaying conversations that you've already had with your SP. Think she has a girlfriend? When you already have had these conversations with your SP, what is there to be delusional about? You've heard your SP say these things, right? So when people say don't dip into old story, I say that's wrong. Why can't you go into old story? But not the bad shit, okay? You guys love to replay the bad shit, what they've told you that's negative. Instead, you need to dip into old story and pull out the conversations that you had when things were great in your relationship, the things that they told you themselves that came out of their fucking mouth. Because when they tell you things that come out of their mouth, that's not something that's being delusional. You need to be delusional if you're manifesting it in SP, but not your SP back. Because you've had these conversations. They've told you how they feel about you. They've told you all of these things. They've validated you. They've made you feel secure at some point. So when you go back to that time and recall those conversations when everything was amazing, guess what? You get more, that becomes true for you again. They hear that too. Because that's what you're doing, is you're replaying those conversations and then it's going to play out in real life. I told you guys yesterday, I tested this shit. I literally tested it myself. And it was very, very quick, very quick. And then once you get some kind of confirmation, then you just keep that going. Keep that going. Take their word for things. and replay those conversations over and over and over again to keep your mind in check. Sir, can you manifest on a time crunch? Of course. Of course you can manifest on a time crunch. The thing, like I've told you guys about manifesting on time crunches, is you should all look at every manifestation on a time crunch. Like every one of them. Who the fuck wouldn't? I want to look at every manifestation on a time crunch. Like, who the hell's trying to wait? I'm not trying to wait for shit, right? So I want my stuff and I want it quickly. So everything should be looked at like you're on a time crunch. Because if you manifest on a time crunch, then it's like, okay, I need to discipline myself. Because manifesting on a time crunch requires significant discipline. Okay? It requires you to not waver as much as possible, for you to saturate your mind with what you want and hear those conversations with your SP, if that's what you're manifesting on a time crunch, right? Same with money. Thanks, Lindsay, girlfriend. Same with money. All of these things, it requires discipline. You can't waver from it. You can't waver from it. Now, will you have occasional intrusive thoughts? Sure. But that's where you flip them. You can't question shit. You cannot count down the days. You cannot even worry about the date as if it doesn't exist. You can't. And the closer it gets to that date, you cannot panic. It's just another day. It's just another day. I'm going to discipline, focus. And I'm going to affirm as much as I have to. And I'm going to watch every inner conversation, and I'm going to control every inner conversation I have. Period. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to keep doing it. And if that day, I don't care if it's 2 hours until the day you declared, you cannot waver. You cannot. I don't care if it's 5 minutes after the time you declared, you still can't waver. Okay. When I manifested the last step of my manifestation, I manifested on a time crunch. I chose the day and I was off by 5 minutes. But because I made the decision, I told myself this. Because that's what I love. I love when you guys have pep talks with yourself, when you'll be like, get your shit together. Like, you need to get your shit together. Get a grip. That's my favorite. Because that's what it takes for you to check yourself. Okay? For you to check yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you check yourself and you sit there, and I literally said, I love you too, Casper, and I need to freaking get back to you. I'm sorry. When I check myself, I made the decision. I did. I said, I will absolutely not waver. I'm not going to waver. And if that means that I have to saturate my mind all goddamn day, then that's exactly what I'm fucking going to do. You know what I mean? It's about as hick as I get, guys. But that's it. I'm not going to check. There's nothing to check. I don't need to question. I don't need to do a damn thing. I am not going to react to anything. I'm going to be in my mind palace, and that's all. And I'm going to stay focused. That's how you manifest. And everything should be on a time crunch. You should all stretch and you should all push yourself, right? And I say, push yourself to be like, no, okay, I'm going to get this shit in 7 days. So I'm going to take 1 day at a time, and I'm going to go 1 day at a time, and I'm going to really, really focus. Saturate, live in this fantasy of me and my SP are together, and we're together now. I know, I have no doubt. And you need to tell yourself that. Like, I have no doubt that we're getting back together now. I have no doubt. I have no doubt that they want to be with me. Absolutely no doubt. I absolutely know they're thinking about me all the time. Tell yourself what you know and what you have no doubt about. Because when you do that, your subconscious mind's like, okay, we have no doubt about it. And they literally tell you what your inner conversations are. I told you I tested this shit. And it happened in 24 hours. Somebody fell within 24 hours. I don't even think it was 24 hours. Whatever, the next fucking day. No, it was like 12, 15 hours, some shit like that. 15 hours. Everything turned around. Everything, 100% turned around. Okay? And then, let me reframe. Things started to turn around within 15 hours, but then I kept going. Okay. I kept going. I saw a difference. And so I just kept going in my mind palace, inner conversations, inner conversations, inner conversations. I just heard what I wanted to hear from the voice I wanted to hear from. Or I replayed what I said. And then, by Friday, this happened Friday. So by the next Friday, 100% confirmation. 100% confirmation of everything I had no doubt about. Because that's what I told myself. That is literally what I told myself. I have no doubt. And that's what pushed out. It's the knowing. How many times do I have to fucking tell you that? It's the knowing. You should know that your SP wants to talk to you. You should know SP wants to be with me. I know SP wants to fucking come see me. I know I'm the love of his life. I know exactly how he feels about me. I know all this. And reject anything else. You know, when people tell you something and they tell you the opposite, you should be in your mind like, no, I know that's not true. I know that that's not true. I just know that's not true. I know it's not. You know, because things turn around when you guys replay the breakup. But instead of replaying the breakup, you guys instead should be like, okay, no, I'm going to go back. Whatever he said at the breakup, I want you to compare the two and say, okay, this is how things were at the end, but how were things when things were great? So why in the fuck would you listen to what the hell he's saying now? If it isn't what you want to hear, because you should know that obviously you don't feel that way because you were in a whole ass relationship with them, right? They told you how they felt about you at some point in your relationship. That's all you need to know. That is all you need to know. You don't need to doubt a goddamn thing anymore because it's like, no, he told me how he felt at some point in our relationship. That's all I need to fucking know. That's all the proof I need. I don't give a fuck if he said the opposite later. No. You should know how they feel about you. You shouldn't question. You should not be wondering if they're thinking about you. You should not be wondering how they feel about you. You should not be questioning a goddamn thing. For what? You've already had confirmation. That's what drives me nuts with you guys. You've already had you've already had a shit ton of confirmation throughout your relationship. But now you're not sure? No. I don't give a fuck what they say. I know. And that's the attitude you need to have, is go back and remember what they said and say, no, I know. Oh, no, I know how they feel about me. And you'll get the confirmation. Just like you also should know how they feel about other people. Because you'll get the confirmation of that too. Okay, so like if there's gutter trash, you should know how they feel about gutter trash. They fucking hate them. Yeah, they can't stand them. That I know. And that will become true. Okay, because you should know exactly who the fuck is going to win. Me. Every time. Because I know what I know. And I know what I know. And I don't care what shows the opposite. I don't give a shit because you can't convince me otherwise. And you need to have that attitude. Like, I don't care what the fuck I say. You cannot convince me that this man doesn't care about me. You're not going to convince me that this man doesn't love me. You're not ever going to convince me of shit other than what I want and what I know. Because you should know this, because they told you this. They told you at some point that they love you. They told you that they care about you. They told you how they feel about you. So why would you question it? Feelings don't change unless you decide that they're right. Unless you decide that they don't care about you. Unless you decide that they don't love you, that they don't like you. You're the one deciding that. And then you're right. Either way it goes, you're right. So what do you want to be right about? You need to know right now. I want every one of you to tell yourself right fucking now. that you know exactly how they feel about you. And what have they told you about how they felt about you? Well, right now, that's fucking how they feel about you. All day, every day. It doesn't fucking change. Watch how quickly you get them blocked. Watch how quickly they're sliding into your DMs or your text. Watch how quickly they're contacting you. When you start knowing what you knew back then, exactly how they felt about you. It wasn't only until the end you started questioning the shit, which is what led to the breakup. But you didn't question how they felt about you in the beginning. And which is why when you don't question that, that's why the relationship escalates quickly, because you know how they feel about you, and they confirm and they confirm and they confirm. And then towards the end, they told you the opposite, or the breakup happened and now you're telling yourself the opposite. I'm not sure how he feels about me. I'm not sure he wants to talk. What? No, I don't fucking think so. Do you understand? So right now, you're going to know. Stop questioning how they feel about you. Remember what they told you. Write it down if you have to. Write down all the fucking compliments they ever gave you. Everything they ever said about you. Write that shit down. So you can remind yourself every fucking day what they said, how they feel about you, and then tell yourself that. Because when you know, they know. And I don't give a fuck what the circumstance is. I really don't care. Because it doesn't matter unless you choose to make it matter. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You need to remind yourself daily, throughout your day, that you know exactly how they feel about you. You're the love of their fucking life. And they cannot, there's no connection. They have never had a single connection with anyone like they've had with you. And they'll do anything to get that back. I absolutely know we're getting back together. No doubt. That's the attitude that manifests. That's the attitude that manifests your SP. The knowing. So get to knowing. You're not making it up. You know, people are always like, well, what if I don't believe? What is there not to believe? They told you they loved you. What the fuck don't you believe? How is it hard to believe what the hell came out of their mouth? I don't think it's hard to believe something that they told you out of their mouth. When they told you that they like you, that they care about you, that you're everything, that whatever they have said, that's what you need to know. And that's what you'll get. And just like I said, you also need to know what they know about other people. You need to know. Period. Gutter trash is still there. If gutter trash is still there, gutter trash is still there because you think that your SP is with that, wants to be with that person. That's what you're believing, that they want to be with them because they're with them. So you're literally keeping gutter trash there because you think that they are choosing them over you. Because you don't know how they feel about you, but yet you're creating this bullshit about how you want them to feel about them. So instead, you need to start knowing that they fucking hate them. They can't stand them. Yeah, no. Nope. They'll do anything to get away from them. Anything. You need to know this. And tell yourself that. Because it proves true. It proves true. But you guys spend so much fucking time questioning everything. Stop doing that. Now, that was my little lecture to you. And now I'm going to get to some questions. But I'm pretty sure another lecture will come at some point. Okay, Sophia. I'm not letting it affect me, but it's hard that I just got proof that he doesn't want to be with me. Oh, isn't this ironic? What proof did you get, Sophia? that he doesn't want to be with you. What proof was this? You only got proof that he doesn't want to be with you because you didn't know he did. Okay, when you're questioning if someone wants to be with you, you're going to get proof of the opposite. You're going to get proof of the opposite. But right now, it doesn't even matter. I don't care if you got that proof today. You can completely change their mind by tomorrow. If you refuse to accept and you tell yourself, oh no, I absolutely know he wants to be with me. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck what he said. I don't care what proof came in. I don't give a fuck what proof. I don't even know how do you prove? How do you get proof that someone doesn't want to be with you? Certified letter came in the mail. He said so. That's only because you questioned if he did. But if you stop right now and say, no, I don't, whatever proof that was, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I know he wants to be with me. I have no doubt. He'll turn around tomorrow and act like that shit never happened. You understand that's how it works, right? Oftentimes they don't even acknowledge what they had told you. Because you guys should have one objective. And that is to clear their mind. Let me help you clear your mind for you. Let me help you clarify your thoughts. Let me help you get crystal clear on what you want in your life. Because when you do that, it includes you. They'll turn around. They very much will turn around very quickly. You never stopped affirming or wavered, but he dipped. I highly doubt that, user 939. Because, again, you have to think, this is why it's so important for you guys to literally, because you don't want to have to self-reflect after damage is done. Like, who the fuck wants to do that? What up, Betsy? You don't want to self-reflect after damage is done. Okay, instead, you guys should be looking and checking every fucking thought, every word, everything, because so many things will manifest because you said it one time. And all of a sudden it's pushing out because you said it one time and you never thought about it again. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. That's exactly what happened. You need to understand that and you need to say, okay, no, I have to, what up, Nadine? I have to change that. Hey, Aspa. Okay, I'm not going to let that shit come any fucking more. Because I have had so many things manifest because I thought about it once. Because I thought about it one time. One fucking time. So stop doing that. This is where the discipline comes in. This is where you, because if you'd be aware of it if you'd be aware of it at the time, then you can flip that shit to what it is that you want. No damage done. But it's the fleeting fucking thoughts. The fleeting negative inner conversation. Doesn't have to be this long drawn out fucking conversation within yourself. It could literally be like 4 goddamn words. And then all of a sudden, boom, pushed out quickly. Thanks some kitty girlfriend. Okay, and that's what you have to realize. Because that's right, Lindsay. He's coming to the barbecue this Saturday, period. End of story. That's right. End of story. Why wouldn't he? In fact, hear him tell you that he's looking forward to the barbecue. Hey, babe, what should I bring to the barbecue? You guys, I love you, I'm Kitty. You guys kill me with this whole like SP unadded me, he unfollowed me. You guys know that me and my boyfriend do not follow each other on social media, right? Nope. We do not follow each other on social media. So, I don't care. We've never followed each other. Oh, no, I take that back. I think I think we followed each other on Instagram for like 3 days. And that was about it. So, who cares? You know why? Because I'd much rather have him sliding up in my text messages every fucking second of the day than following me on social media. There's a lot of people that follow people on social media that you never ever talk to. Ever. So I don't give two fucks about social media. It isn't real. People love to live fake lives on social media. They do. They do. So why let it bother you? Because a lot of people on social media are fake. So you should probably just know that. Hey, kitty cat cat. I love son. I even like saying it. What up, son? So I'm affirming we're already together, but then I say other things that are affirming they're going to ask you for a committed relationship. Yeah, teddy bear, text me. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Helly. Okay. You don't need to affirm that they're going to ask you to be in a committed relationship. Okay. Instead, you need to start stepping into that assumption of committed relationship. And you could tell yourself that. Like, you could hear her, if you want, hear her voice tell you they want a committed relationship. Like, I want to be with you. I really care about you. And I really want to be with you. And just for the record, you don't have to get like crystal clear in their voice. I don't. Sometimes I question, I'm like, am I talking to myself? But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, Sarah. Well, I guess I answered your question too. What if you don't have a relationship? What if we don't have a relationship? 3 to 4 months of dating? Let me ask you this. Exactly what the fuck is 3 to 4 months of dating? Most people would consider that a relationship. I mean, if you're dating, what does dating imply? Relationship. Okay, if any of you guys are in contact with your fucking SPs, like if you're in contact with your SPs, if you're in a situationship, if you're dating, if you're just hanging out as friends, I want all of you to start assigning relationship. Start calling them your boyfriend. I don't mean to them. Okay, I don't mean to them. But anytime you think about it, you just think about them as your boyfriend, your girlfriend, any of that stuff. And just start assigning relationship to everything. Like, it's not a lot of work. It's not a lot of work to assign relationship to everything. But see, here's why you're not in one. Here's why you guys aren't in one, because you're waiting for them to ask you to be their girlfriend or boyfriend. But they're not going to, because you aren't sure if they want to. You wouldn't be waiting for them to ask you to be in a relationship with you if you knew they wanted to. But you're questioning if they do, because you're waiting for them to ask, which, if you're waiting for them to ask, again, is implying that you don't know. So if you don't know, guess what? They're not going to ask you until you decide you know. And also, they're most likely not even going to fucking ask you at all, because they're just going to start implying you're in a relationship. That's literally what they'll start doing, is they'll start calling you their girlfriend or their boyfriend. That's all. That's what they will start doing. That they'll start talking about your relationship. No relationship proposal needed. That has happened to me twice with my boyfriend. Twice. It's implied. At some point, it's implied. Therefore, they know. So when you know, they will absolutely want to be in a relationship with you when you decide that they do. Haley, decide. Right now, decide. Same with you, Sarah. Decide. Tell yourself right now, I know. Oh, I have no doubt they want to be in a relationship with me right now. I have no doubt. Not a single doubt. I know this period. Like, doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Nothing is going to convince me otherwise. And they also will have no doubt. Like I just told you guys need to work. Your main focus right now should be to clear their head. Let me help you clear your mind. That should be your concern. Oh, look at you, AJ, girlfriend. Dan told you that he doesn't have to tell me he loves me every day because nothing has changed. I am loving this for you. What about if they're drunk and they're telling you how they feel? Would that be true? 1,000%. 1,000%. You know, alcohol is a truth serum. It is a truth serum. Okay. Oftentimes they will tell you things while drunk that are how they feel and then try to recant when they're sober. But here's the thing with alcohol. Alcohol drops the barriers. It drops all barriers. They have no, it's kind of like being in hypnosis, if you will. They have no, it drops the barriers of, this is why people do silly things when they're drunk, because they drop all of their defense, their protection mechanisms. So there's no fear of judgment. There's no fear of embarrassment. None of that shit. So because of that, they tell you. And that's the fun part, because you're just like, okay. And they'll be like, oh, well, I was drunk. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, was that supposed to say something else? No. You're drunk, and therefore you confessed your love to me. Of course you did. Of course you did. Yuck, Haley, you still got the love spell in your pillowcase. Well, I ran across the video today of the bay leaf. The bay leaf, where you write their name down, and then you say, so you visualize them, and you do this for a couple minutes, and you have to say something. You're supposed to say something, and all spells end with mo to be. And you're supposed to do, that's all I remember. You're supposed to do that. And then you're supposed to put it under your pillow. I was like, I don't want like it's not like bay leaves are not fragile as fuck, right? You could do this. So you want me to put it under my pillow and then what? Put my head on the pillow? And then what's that going to do to the bay leaf? Shatter the shit on my bed? But I told you, there's a long time ago I tried one of those love spells. And you look into a candle. That's all you have to do. You look into a candle. Stare at the flame. All of you guys can do this if you're spiritual on the 1st of May. Because apparently on the 1st of May is a full moon. So if you're into that shit and you believe it, then you can do this on the 1st. Stare into the candle and say, powers of the universe, bring SP's name back to me. That is my will. So mote it be. But you got to say it 3 times. 3 times. Okay? And then come back on the 2nd and tell me. Tell me if you got contact. Oh, well, thanks. I love you already too, girlfriend. I would say your name, but it's in cursive. Can anyone write in cursive anymore? Let's see here. What did you say? Leona. What about them cheating then? Okay. The topic of a cheater. What causes infidelity? You. Just saying. You. And the only reason that is because you will notice a shift in their behavior. So let's say you notice them being on their phone a little bit more frequently, or they tend to look at their phone and they start laughing at something, right? You can see them texting a little bit more often, but you can't see that. All of a sudden they start going out a little bit more often, or they're not exactly telling you where they're going. Their behavior, attitude starts to change. Something changes within your SP. And then you start thinking, or they said something to you that's like rude, or you guys are arguing more frequently and you're like, is there someone else? Like, you could have only thought about it one time. Like, I wonder if he's talking to somebody else. And then boom, confirmation. But at some point, trust was lost. Okay. Trust was lost. And then if there's multiple partners, that's all you. Because yeah, he cheated, moved on, but you haven't forgotten about it. You haven't forgotten about it. So because you haven't forgotten about it, you're not over that shit. You create another third party, another gutter trash, and another gutter trash, and another gutter trash, because now you think they're cheaters. They can't be trusted. So at some point in your mind, you questioned something, even if it was only once, you questioned something. And then you got confirmation, which is why if you guys are going to go on your fucking SP social media, you don't need to be going down their friend hole rabbit hole, okay? You don't need to be going down their friends list and seeing all these chicks and then going and then, because some of the things that you guys know about your SPs, it's like, well, how would you know this? How would you know this? How would you know that he follows people on OnlyFans? How would you know that? I don't think they told you. But instead, what you're doing is you're going through their friends list, or you're going on their social media post, stories, whatever, and you're seeing who's liking their shit. And now what are you doing? Clicking on the profiles like a bona fide stalker, and you're clicking on their profiles like, who's this bitch? Because let's be honest, you're only checking out the bitches. Let's be frank. And if there's an old bitch on there, you scroll right past that one. You're looking for the hottie patatis. That's what you're doing. You're looking for the hottie patatis, and you're looking to see who he's following. You're looking at his followers, and you're looking for the hot ones. And then you're clicking on their page, and then they happen to be promoting their OnlyFans page, and you're like, see? He's following all these OnlyFans. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? That's as stupid as you guys. That's as stupid as people caring if you're watching porn or your boyfriend watches porn. Who cares? Who cares? Like I said, you're completely lying to yourself if you're gonna ever think you're gonna convince me that there's not a single fucking celebrity in this world that you don't find hot. Stop it. Come on. Come on. You know you do. You know you do. Mm-hmm. You know you've browsed the menu from time to time, looking at other people. Okay? And so what? Who cares? This is that insecurity within yourself. You wouldn't have these problems. What's up, Jasmine? You wouldn't have these problems if you were, or you wouldn't have issues with this if you were secure within yourself. If you were secure within yourself, who would give a shit? I don't at all, because I really don't care. Because you know why I don't care? This is where self-concept comes in to play. Because I know who the fuck I am. Because I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. So do you think I give two craps? Do you think I'm envious of an OnlyFan? No, I'm not. I'm not. In fact, I'm just like, well, good for that bitch. I'm the first person to admit if a chick's hot. So, more women should be like that because I'm secure within myself. You need to be secure within yourselves because you wouldn't have the problems in your relationships if you were secure within yourself. Because you wouldn't be questioning the shit. They'll be like, I'm going out to the bar with my friends. Okay, good. Have a good time. Bye. Versus, oh, really? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess. I guess I'll see you later. And getting an attitude. Who gives a fuck? They're allowed to have a life outside of you, okay? Just like you're allowed to have a life outside of them. Relationships are two-sided streets. And it can't be, it's a relationship is supposed to be something you enjoy, not a fucking job. Just like this, manifesting your SP back is supposed to be fun, not a job. It's not supposed to fucking be hard. When you have fun with it, and you're like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. Like Yesenia. She's a bad bitch. And she knows it. Therefore, her SP knows it too. Because she knows she's a bad bitch. So when are you going to know you're a bad bitch? Or man? Because the minute you know that, they do too. It's contagious. I told you, they only see you how you see you. That's all. That's it. Okay? They only see you how you see you. It's only complicated if you make it complicated, sister. Yeah, sure, Justin. It's only complicated if you make it complicated, okay? You guys don't need to make things complicated. It's only complicated because you are holding on to problems. You're reacting. You can't react. I tell you guys, you need to start now. If the 3D's triggering you now, what the fuck do you think you're going to do in your relationship? You cannot run your relationship the same way you've been running it. Because I told you, here's your psychic reading for the day. I'm saving you guys all this fucking money. You guys don't need psychics. I'll tell you the psychic reading for the day. If you don't do things differently, your relationship will end the exact same way it did the first time. Because you can't even stop reacting to nothing. To nothing. What are you reacting to in the 3D right now? If you're not with your SP and if you're in no contact, what the fuck are you reacting to? What is there to react to? Let's be frank. There's nothing to react to unless you're digging for shit. And if you're digging for shit, you're going to find it. And so you're getting triggered and triggered and triggered and triggered and triggered over a social media. You understand how stupid this sounds. You're getting triggered right now. You cannot even control your thoughts of being in no contact with your SP. You will not be able to control your thoughts when you're back with them. Because you can't even control them now. How the fuck are you gonna, and they're not even talking. How in the hell do you think you're going to control your thoughts when you're back in contact and they're talking? Because I told you, this is why people say, why is it easy to manifest career, money, weight loss, things like that? But when it comes to an SP, that's because they have mouths. SPs have mouths. Money does not. Careers do not. SPs have mouths. They speak and we listen. That's why. So you're getting triggered and reacting to a social media post. How the fuck are you going to run it? How the hell are you going to be in a relationship with your SP when you can't even not react to some stupid little social media post? Do you understand how dumb that sounds? You understand how stupid that sounds, right? Because it's like, we need to discipline ourselves now, because if I lack the discipline now, you will not be disciplined in your relationship. I can guarantee you could take that shit to the bank. Okay? I promise you could take that shit to the bank that you guys will not be okay when you're back in contact. Because you can't even not react now. And you're not even talking to each other. So if you have like literally peace and quiet, it should be so easy for you and fun for you to live in your own little delusion and imagine conversations that you guys have had together, because you have nothing telling you the opposite. You have nothing showing you the opposite, okay? Your SP is not texting you daily being like, hey, just want to let you know, I still don't give a fuck. Posting on social media on his stories like, still, hey, update for the day. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. So you should have no problem going in your fucking mind palace and knowing who you are. Knowing that you're irresistible, that they can't stand to be away from you. They literally cannot stand to be away from you. And knowing, getting back in touch with yourself. How many times I have to tell you guys this? I have just started really telling you this. A couple things I started telling you this past week, right? 1, inner conversations, very important. 2, how you see yourself. Going back to the version of you before your relationship. Who the fuck were you? When I'm on coaching calls and I ask them to describe themselves before, because now I ask you to describe yourself. Go back to when you were first in the relationship, right? Because we have to reverse engineer. Everything is being reverse engineered. See, people don't tell you shit. Oh, I got to make a video about that. Okay, I'm going to make a video about that. Because that's the thing. People don't. Oh, I was supposed to post a video today too. I did not. I will. People don't tell you that shit, right? They all act like you just need to affirm for your relationship, cool, sick, and then have them leave again and then again and again. Like, that's fucking stupid. But no one tells you. And if you reverse engineer how we say that your SP is not the same at the end of your relationship that he was in the beginning of your relationship, right? Because you selected a different version. But I'm like, okay, well, if that's true for SPs, then wouldn't that be also true for you? If you were to take a look at who you were in the beginning of your relationship versus who you were at the end, are you not different? See, that's your problem. Because who you were at the end of your relationship is what caused the breakup, part of what caused the breakup. But the version of you that you were in the beginning of your relationship is what caused them to pursue you, chase you, want to be with you, be attracted to you, fall in love with you, all of that glorious shit. So if you went back to that version of yourself, guess what will happen? They will start they're now seeing you very different as the person they fell in love with, the person that won their heart, the person that they love. Instead of the person that causes nothing but chaos and drama in their life and fucking is crazy and wants to, and is just like, doesn't give them any peace. When you're that person, well, why in the fuck would they want to be with you? Ask yourself that. No one wants to be with anybody like that. Would you? Would you want to be with somebody that's melodramatic every waking second you get? And everything's an argument? If everything's an argument, do you think who the hell would want to be with you? And you can only pretend for so long. You can only pretend for so long unless you actually change. Okay? Because you don't want to be that person that looks like they got bipolar. I got a big ass bruise. It hurts. Look at my bruise, guys. Can you see my bruise? No, you cannot. So I look like a weirdo. Okay. You don't want to be that person. Okay, where it's like, oh yeah, let me lure them back. Let me lure them back. I'll be nice for a couple days. And then Cruella comes back out. No. Okay. Okay. How to fix your thought if there are others. Huh? Come on, what? If you're, I need clarification on where you're going with on that. Jackie, your sister keeps kept trying to drill in your head that your SP only sees you as a friend. Well, I hope you're not listening to her, Jackie. I hope you're not listening to her at all. At all. That's fine, Kathy. I got a DM, sister. I'm still confused. If you're not in a relationship, but you assume you are and stay in the ID of someone that is in a relationship with them, then can you affirm and have inner conversations about them wanting to be with you, because then you're going against what you're assuming. You're in, okay. Haley, you're reading too into this, okay? Your inner conversation should be as if you're in a relationship or you want one. Okay? There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. But you should be telling yourself, your inner conversation should be all about them telling you what you want to hear. About them telling you everything you want to hear. That should be, you can tell yourself that too. They're going to tell me everything I want to hear. Everything I want to hear, they're going to tell me, right? That should be your inner conversations about everything you want to hear. Okay, what do you want to hear them say to you? What do you want to hear them? If you want to hear them ask you to be their girlfriend, go for it. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. If you want to hear them be like, let's hang out on Saturday, sure. There's no right or wrong. Right? Your inner conversations do not need to be the same all the time. They're inner conversations. They're not scripted, right? So you can think about whatever you want in your mind every day. It could be like you could have 25,000 inner conversations about 25,000 different things that you want to hear them say every day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Immerse yourself in that. And know, right? Like when I have my inner conversations, when I have my inner conversations with myself, I don't think about the same scenario. I mean, sometimes I do. And sometimes I'll hear the person tell me what I want to hear, right? And so, and then it pushes out. But you don't have to be like you're on a fucking toilet trying to take crap. Like, let me push it out. I'm really going to push it out. Let me focus. It's like, no. It should just be like, and you're just thinking about what they're telling you and all the things in your mind. It's just like you can hear them tell you these things, or you can talk to yourself and be like, yeah, I know that they love me. I know they want to be in a relationship with me right now. Like I absolutely know they want to be with me. I absolutely know this. I have no doubt that they want to be in a relationship with me. They'll do anything to be in a relationship with me right now. That I have no doubt. I know this about her, and it will push out. That's right, Whiplash. You're in a relationship. And so you guys got to keep going. Well, Roberta, I know the feeling, sister. I mean, my boyfriend's was a much larger injury. But I did that. Yeah, of course not knowing. But yeah. My bestie's like, bitch, you better take that to the grave. Oh, and you know how you know how that quickly I manifested? Within 48 hours, said it one time. Said it one time out of anger. And boom, manifested. I was like, Manifesting's a bitch. But fun. When you make it fun. Okay? That's very true, Brandy. Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline. You guys think I just want contact. I just want contact. Girl, you better work on yourself first. You really better work on yourself first. You need to see yourself as the bad bitch. That's how you put yourself on the pedestal, is knowing who the fuck you are. You don't have to remind, you guys understand, you don't have to remind yourself every day who the fuck you are, right? You should just know you're a bad bitch. I have options. I have options. So if I like you and I want to be with you, you should consider yourself blessed. Blessed. Because who wouldn't want me? I think I wear black a lot on here. I think I might need to change up the color game. It's cold, though. I'm about to put a bathrobe on. Yeah, your subconscious is not, it doesn't decide. It doesn't have an opinion. It's not, you're not going to sit there. No, I don't teach non-dualism. You're not going to sit there and tell your, excuse me. You're not going to sit there and tell your subconscious mind to, like, you can sit there and tell yourself, excuse me, oh, Jesus. He'll do anything to be with me right now. He'll do anything to be in a relationship with me right now. Right. And then you could tell yourself, like, we have the perfect relationship. Your subconscious mind is going to be like, well, I'm going to need you to pick one. Exactly which one is this? Does he want to be with you right now? Or are you in a relationship? Because you just said two things that don't quite go together. So I'm not quite sure which one you're expecting. Like, which one is it? It just takes you at your word. That's it. Literally takes you at your word. And when you think inner conversations and you have these experiences in your mind, oh man, it pushes out real fast. Real fast. Good son, get bubbly, get happy, get excited. Hey, you're mine. You're mine. What up, Spencer? Been a long time, my friend. I was problematic at the start of it. A lot of times we are. Thanks, Shanzi, girlfriend. What up, James? So the version he likes is the problematic one. No, so. Okay, so Pookie, sometimes why that happens is because, like, I have a client that's like this, where her SP said that he's used to chaos. He's used to chaos in his relationships. So she was like, I'm not that person. So but he's used to chaos in his life. But I'm not that. So fucking what? Now he hates chaos. He can't actually stand chaos at all. In fact, he loves the fact that I'm not problematic. He can't stand problematic people. In fact, they just fucking annoy him. Unless you're problematic. But you should evolve, because that's obviously why you're not together. What the fuck did Poor Tim said? Okay. Jen, I have a hard time making them love me. They know I'm ugly without surgery. Poor Tims, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Look, I'll be the first person to judge a bitch if I want to. But I've seen you on camera. The fuck are you talking about? You're ugly. No, you're fucking not. You're not. And I would tell you if you were. I mean, maybe not on the live, but most people know when I jump on a live or when I jump on a coaching call, sometimes I'm like, damn, you're fucking hot. But you're freaking not ugly. Not in any sense of that word. Not in any sense of that word. Okay, so first of all, you need to stop telling yourself that shit. And they don't know That's an insecurity within yourself that is being reflected onto others, okay? Because if you don't think you're beautiful, then they won't. They have to project that out. And I told you this at the same time. Stop telling yourself they know something if it doesn't benefit your ass, okay? If it doesn't benefit your ass. Okay? These people that you want to love you are not people that you're trying to fucking date, poor Temps. So why the fuck do you care? Why do you care? This isn't the person that you're trying to date. Her story is a bit different. So it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Why do you guys do this to me? Send me fucking text. When I want to read them so bad. But I'm busy. Okay. And poor Temps, I want you to go listen to that song, Scars to You're Beautiful. I love that song. And I want you to listen to that song. Okay? Because you're beautiful just the way you are. You're beautiful just the way you are. The scars to you're beautiful. You guys didn't think I was going to go a day without singing to you, did you? You got to go within, poor Temps. You have to understand this. When people attack you, I told you this. Maybe you weren't here yesterday, but I told people that when people attack you, it isn't you. It isn't you. It's their own insecurities within themselves that they're projecting onto you. This is where haters come from. This is why the internet fucks up people, because they're like text thugs. They like to say mean things. They like to make fun of women, like to attack women because they're insecure within themselves. That's all that is. So if anyone tells you you're fucking ugly, that's because they don't think they're attractive. So they'd rather tell you that you're ugly. If they want to sit there and talk about your age, that's because they're insecure that you look better than them at your age. You know what I'm saying? Because why the fuck would someone say that? You know? If someone wants to talk about your body, that's because they're insecure with their own. It is what it is. It is what it is. If somebody wants to talk about that, like your physical appearance, it's because they're unhappy in their own life. Because every single person, you should look at anybody who tries to talk shit. You should feel sorry for them. Like, oh, so your life isn't good, huh? Something missing in your life? I feel sorry for you. That you feel like you need to talk about mine. Because I ain't talking about yours. You know what I mean? It's like that's the attitude you should be having. Like, okay, sorry if my life is amazing and yours is not. I don't know what you want me to say. But I'm going to keep doing me. And you keep doing whatever it is you're doing. God bless you. What up, moles? Where have you been? You guys don't think I recognize when people disappear? I love you, poor Temps. But I'm dead ass serious. Like, the fuck ugly without surgery? What are you talking about? I didn't even know you were gonna get surgery. You don't need that shit. What about fake friends that try to take your SP or make it about them? Oh, well, look, isn't that ironic? Fuck them. Fuck them. If they were your friend, first of all, they wouldn't be interested in your SP. But also, If they wouldn't they wouldn't try to take your SP. And if they are, it's because they're jealous. They're jealous of what you have. They're jealous of what you have. It's your SP. Fuck them. I'm going to take back what was mine in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you were with your SP first, if you will. So I believe that there's nothing wrong with that shit. So you need to change your friends' assumptions. Change your assumptions of your fake friends, okay? One, either they've completely gone away and they want nothing to do with your SP, or two, you can make it about them, or you can change your assumptions about them, how they're like the sweetest thing since sliced goddamn fucking bread. And they're your number one fan, and they're fully supportive of your relationship. In fact, they think your SP is ugly. But if you view your friends as fake friends, first and foremost, they must be fake. They must be fake friends, right? And why would you want to hang out with them? You know, and then if you also assume that they're trying to take your SP, they don't have a choice but to continue to pursue your SP. So instead, you should be like, no. Fuck those bitches. They don't even like my SP. They do not even like my SP. And my SP definitely doesn't like them. Oh, I know you consume too much content, Haley. We all have. Trying to find the magic key to unlock manifesting an SP back, right? We've all tried to find that magic key, but let me tell you when SP comes back. Okay? Oh, good, Kathy. SP comes back quickly when you just know. And so it's like, how do you know? Because you have to know that they can't stay away from you. Like, no. I know he'll be back. I know we're getting back together. That's no doubt. Then they come back. And when you know who you are and what you bring to the table. You have to bring something to the table. Yeah. Looks only carry you so fucking far in a relationship. People aren't going to be with you because you're good looking. Try having a personality. Try having, stuff. You should be, because this is how you think about it. This is how you were before your relationship. You should be self-sufficient. Like I said, you don't need to be with your SP. I'm fine without you. I want to be with you. There's a huge difference. I don't need you. Why? Because I'm very much self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people gravitate towards. They don't gravitate towards the fact that you need them. It's not hot. Desperate energy, it's not attractive. When you come off as desperate, it's actually a repellent. Because they're like, God, what is your deal? When you come off as obsessive, yeah, that's also not a good quality to have. Which is why I say it's best if you just go no fucking contact. If you're not with your SP, and you haven't been with your SP for a while, and you're still messaging them, you should probably just take a step back and work on yourself, because it's obsessive and desperate energy. Because they're like, damn, it's been how long? It's been how long? Like, let it go. Let it go. And I'm not saying let it go. I'm just saying that you should probably take a step back and reevaluate yourself and what you're doing. Oh, man. What if everything seems like it's falling apart and you have a time limit? What's falling apart and what is your time limit? what if everything seems like it's falling apart and you have a time limit? So it depends. If everything seems like it's falling apart, that is because you're in problem state. Okay. Everything's a state. And so if you're in problem state, lack state, all the negative states, this is why everything seems to be getting worse. But if you're in the everything is great state, my life is great state, I'm in love state, then everything gets better. So if everything in your life seems like it's falling apart and you have a time limit, you need to start telling yourself an umbrella affirmation. Okay? Like, everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my life is perfect. Everything in my fucking life is perfect. And then think throughout the day about how things in your life are going great. Even if they're not. Okay? Even if they're not. Inner conversations about how things are going great. Inner conversations. Things are going great. Things are going great. Things are going great. And all about the things that seem to be falling apart. Flip those in your mind to how amazing that is and how it's really helpful and it's been helping you out and this, that, and the third. That's going to change it back. Okay. You'll start to see things change back. But as long as you're in desperate state, lack state, problem state, that's why shit ain't coming. But when you cool down and relax and say, nope, I get what the fuck I want when I want it state. And that's when you get what you want when you want it. Okay, you just need to change, you just need to shift your state. Because as long as you're in lack state, you won't get what you want unless you shift to I have it state. So how does that apply to SPs? Because you're shifting into I have it state. So that means I have SP. I have SP. Instead of SP and me are not together state. SP and me are not together state. We're not together state. We're not together state. Oh yeah, Pookie Dookie. We're like family around here, sister. So many of us know each other very well on here. So we are very much like a family here. And people encourage and engage with each other because we know each other. You know, we've been following each other's journeys and so forth. And so I love this community we've built. Sometimes you got to weed out bad apples, but that's okay. That's okay. Because we're stronger than ever before. All right. I was talking and thinking of him getting injured the day before and also 2 hours before the game. Yeah. You absolutely created that, Roberta, but don't tell him. Don't tell him. Because he'll be like, well, first of all, it's funny when you do tell them, because then they think, one, it's easy to blame you now, but two, they also think you sound nuts. Lisa with a butterfly. It is no contact is a good thing to work on yourself, but in your situation though, no, you just need to get into the you really need to work on your main focus should be to work on the version of your SP that you want. The version of your, like, having inner conversations, hearing your SP saying everything you want to hear, talking all sweet and loving to you. You know what I'm saying? Because when they're telling you everything that you want to hear and they're talking all sweet and loving and saying, you could hear that, like he could hear him just saying all the things you want to hear and being all sweet and nice, then those text tonality change, right? And you can even tell, like I said, for you, you should tell yourself that he's going to tell me everything I want to hear. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely work together, period. Because, I mean, you are. But see, remember, Lisa, I told you that he's looking for, I haven't seen your message yet because I'm here on the live. But when they ask you to confirm, that's literally them when they're asking you for what your thoughts about things are, that is literally them begging you to clear your thoughts, to get very crystal clear on what you want, because that's literally what they're telling you. When they're like, well, what are you thinking? Well, how do you feel about this? Well, what do you think about what do you think we should do with our relationship? Like, where do you think this is headed? That's them practically begging you to get clear in your mind, because they don't know, because you don't know. Because they're waiting for you to confirm and you're waiting for them to confirm. And now we got a whole fucking shitstorm, right? Because that's how relationships are naturally before you learned how to consciously manifest, is because you're both waiting for each other to confirm and neither one of you know. So therefore it doesn't happen, right? So you have to be like, no, let me go ahead and turn that shit around. That's right, Jackie. Michael Jackson manifested that his album would be the greatest selling album. Yes. You have to understand that people, hey, Nicole, you have to understand everything is a manifestation, and you have to take a look at people, right? Take a look at people. They all got stories, and you have to ask yourself this: what makes them any different than you? Nothing. Other than the fact that they declared it and that they knew it. And because they knew it, no one could convince them otherwise. Okay. So let's take a look at a couple businesses. Let's take a look at a couple businesses, some social proofing for you. So does everyone should, especially if you're in the States, everyone should know this little small company called Starbucks. Do you know how many times Starbucks was denied and rejected because no one thought people would ever in life pay a shit ton of money for coffee, which it is a shit ton of money. Like a $5 never give somebody a $5 Starbucks gift card. That's like a slap in the fucking face. My daughter, she wanted to get her friend a Starbucks gift card. And, for her birthday. She wasn't going to see this person anymore because she was transferring schools. And I'm like, well, we have to get our gift. That's weird to show up with no gift. And she's like, get her like a $5 Starbucks gift card. I go, what the hell are you supposed to buy for $5 from Starbucks? You can't get shit for $5. She goes, well, then hopefully somebody else gives her a $5 gift card. And then she'll be able to get a drink. So the owner of Starbucks, I digress, was denied over 144 times. And now it's the largest coffee chain in the fucking country. You know why? Because he didn't give a fuck. He knew it would be successful. Therefore, every time someone told him the opposite, he didn't give a shit. He didn't care. And look at him now. Let's take another look at another company, another small company called Disney. Yeah, Walt Disney. Walt Disney wanted to create the happiest place on earth. And he was rejected. He was trying to buy like a hospital, I think it was, or something like that, to start it. And they were like, that is the stupidest fucking idea. Who the hell's going to go to the happiest place on earth? But he had a vision. And he didn't stray from the vision. And now Disney, as you know, is one of the largest companies in the world. Now, granted, after Walt Disney passed, Disney has definitely strayed from the vision because they're all about the money. They're all about the Benjamins, baby. But look at them now. Because he didn't listen. So when you stop, and I can go on and on and on about people who have been, I told you Jack Canfield was rejected hundreds of times for his book. Do you think he stopped? No. He put his books in a fucking backpack and would go to conventions and sell them. Because he didn't care. Because he knew. So it's things like that. So when you know You'll know because no one can convince you otherwise. 3D won't be able to convince you otherwise. People won't be able to convince you otherwise. They won't be able to convince you otherwise. No one will be able to convince you otherwise because you know, even without the proof. Because they didn't have any fucking proof. They didn't have any proof that their business was going to be a success at all. At all. But they did it anyway. Same with the owner of Oakley. I used to work for Oakley, actually. I was receptionist for Oakley. And I met Gary Sinise because one of the movies that they filmed was filmed at Oakley. And the Lakers used to, I don't even like the Lakers, to be quite frank, but they practice at Oakley because it's private property. Anyway, and Oakley is like, their corporate office is like 2 minutes from my home. But my mom dated the accountant, the original accountant from Oakley, his financial advisor, initially. The owner of Oakley started selling sunglasses at the trunk of his car. Yeah, well, now look at him today. Every celebrity in the fucking world wears Oakleys. Okay? I mean, every athlete, excuse me. So it's things like that. That's what you have to understand. Because they knew, no proof. In fact, they had proof of the complete opposite, but they knew. They knew. That's the same thing with you guys. It's the same thing with you guys. Okay? Ow. Traumas are horrible. Since an ex wanted younger, prettier, I stopped feeling as beautiful as before. Yeah, yeah, well, Free Dove, let's go back to that, okay? Because there's a lot of women that, like some of you guys, y'all hop on the phone and you'll tell me your age, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'd have had no idea. I'd have no idea. That's because here with me, we age with beauty and grace. Because all of us, I ain't never looked a day over 20. Yes, Teddy Bear, you do need to be obsessed with yourself. All you guys need to be obsessed with yourself because you know what? What they would say, what people would say would not hurt your fucking feelings. Would not hurt your feelings at all. Because I'd be like, I'm sorry, what did you say? Sign from the universe isn't talking about gutter trash talking down on women. No. And the reason for that is because, first of all, gutter trash isn't just women. Gutter trash is any third party. Could be a man or a woman. So, no, it's not talking down on women. Plus, I'm not tearing her down, right? Like, you wouldn't be you're not tearing gutter trash down by being like, because I never wanted to be like, she's a fucking loser. Like, you should say she's a loser. Like, she's fat, ugly. No, I never said that. Giving them an identity that they're crazy is not the same. Okay? Saying that he can't stand her, that all they do is argue, that's not tearing her down at all. He hates her, again, not tearing her down. See what I'm saying? She's gone away, not tearing her down. That's not tearing her down at all. You're on the pedestal and no one's above you in your own house. That doesn't mean you're tearing people down. That's an unhealthy ego. Unhealthy ego are what tear people down. My throat hurts. Any go-to way for SP manifestation? 4-year relationship recently ended and blocked. Okay, KB. Yes. So we'll talk about this real quick before we do the photo method and cord cutting. So, like I'm always saying, for SP manifestation, there's 4 parts, or I guess 5 now. 5 steps to manifesting your SP back quickly. Okay, is 1, and they go in this order. Is 1, it's the number 1 thing is how you see them. You must see them as your perfect SP, as perfect for you, okay? And you do that by going back to when they were great. Who were they? Okay. So you need to see them as your perfect person. I don't care what's showing up today. I don't care if they're being a complete asshole today. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. And then the second thing that you need to do is it's also how you see yourself. Okay. Who were you before you even met your SP? That confident, secure woman. Okay. That's who you need to become again, because that's who they were attracted to in the first place. Okay. Is that person. And over time, we oftentimes in a relationship, we tend to lose ourselves. Okay. So the confident, secure woman you were in the beginning is not the same person that showed up throughout your relationship, because we end up shifting identities in our relationship to create unnecessary insecurities within ourselves over time. Okay. So that's the second thing you need to do. And the third thing you need to do is keep yourself on that pedestal. There is nobody better than you in your own damn house. Okay. No one's better than you in your own house. So instead of SP, most people SP here. And you need to be here. SP's not there. Okay. And the way you do that is by having self-love. Knowing that you are the baddest bitch. Like, I'm a badass bitch. Are you serious? Because you're lucky I even want your ass, because I have options. I have options. So you're lucky I even want you. Because I want you, I don't need you. Okay, there's a difference. And if you're coming from desperate energy, then you're coming from needing to be with somebody instead of wanting to be with somebody. And if you're needing to be with somebody, then that means SP is here and you're here. Versus if you want to be with somebody and you don't need to, the rules are changed. Okay. And that's what causes them to chase you. Fourth thing you need to do is control your mind. Okay, you must control your inner conversations and we do that two ways. You either distract your thoughts, right? Distract your thoughts by affirming, but then also paying attention to the inner conversations that you're having, just random things that are popping up in your mind, is that you must flip those thoughts, okay? Or learn to control them, make shit up in your head, okay? That are about what you want. But anytime a negative thought comes up, you need to flip that shit. Okay, you need to flip it every time because it's pushing out. As you can see with Roberta, thinking about her man hurting himself on a football game. Okay, and he did, right? So you need to flip it. Instead, you need to have inner conversations that only support you, that benefit you, because we process two types of thoughts every single day. You have focused thinking when you're at work, when you're having a conversation like this, like I'm talking to you, so I'm not thinking. Okay. So it's things like that. And you'll notice that if you want to think while you're talking, what do you have to do? Oh yeah. Okay. That, right. You have to stop yapping so you can think. Okay. And so you have focused thinking, but it's those times that you're in the shower, that you're just waking up, that you're in the car, that you're out for a walk, that you're cooking dinner, watching Netflix. Then you have free roam thinking. Your mind is free roaming, and it's usually focused on all the shit that you don't want. And that's what's pushing out. That's what's pushing out. Okay. So you need to get good at controlling those. And then the fifth thing is that you cannot waver. You need to persist. Okay. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, I don't give a fuck. You must persist no matter what. No matter what. It's fine if you have a fleeting thought every once in a while, flip that shit. But as much as you can't waver from what it is that you want. And you need to stay focused. You cannot waver from what you want, and you persist until you get it. And then when you get it, you persist even more. Okay? And in step 4, where it's controlling our thoughts, I believe in manifesting back in steps. Okay. So if you are in no contact, it's real hard to live in the end of marriage. This is why people, or in relationship, this is why people have been trying to manifest their SP back for 1, 2, 3, 15 years, because they're following bullshit and unrealistic advice from others that is just a side. Live in the end. Just live in the end. Live in the end of fucking what? We're not even talking. How in the hell am I supposed to be living in the end of that? Versus, okay, we're not talking. So why don't I just start living in the end of contact? Okay? Because then when contact happens, well, it's a lot easier for you to think it's going to happen again and again and again. And then when you start talking frequently, it's a whole lot easier for you to believe that you're going to see him. And then when you start hanging out, it's a lot easier for you to assume you're going to get in a relationship, right? Versus your 3D completely shows you the opposite right now. So you want to do it in steps instead. Okay. And I don't mean just affirm for contact, because that's fucking stupid. We need other assumptions to be created in the meantime. Okay. So we want other assumptions to be started, if you will. So it would be something like, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. These are leading to contact. He's always calling and texting me. Contact. He's constantly spending time with me. Spending time, natural progression in a relationship. And he'll do anything to be in a he'll do anything to be with me right now. Relationship. Okay? That's how that works. All right. Sign from the universe. Ooh. Oh gosh, guys. You all just got your sign from the universe today. Look at that. What is SP? What if SP keeps leaving for gutter trash and cheating with her? You need to work on yourself when it comes to this one, okay? One, banish gutter trash back to the dumpster she crawled out of, okay? But two, you need to break the pattern, okay? Because this is a pattern, okay? And patterns are. I think people think patterns are this long, drawn out fucking process. No, patterns are created based on it happening 2 times. 2 times you got a whole pattern. Because the first time they did it, fine. You dealt with it, brushed it under the rug. He came back, right? You guys are back together. He left gutter trash. You're like, okay, great. Then you start to see a behavior change again. Something that very much resembled the first time this happened. And you start to notice behavior change again. Things that he's doing, things that he's saying, whatever. Something shifts, which reverts you back to when this happened the first time. Because then you're like, oh shit, is it happening again? Or they come back and you're questioning everything. He looks at his fucking phone. He says he's going to go get coffee. All that shit. And you're like, is he still talking to gutter trash? Like, is he still talking to gutter trash? Right? And so then you get confirmation the second time. You create it again. And then now it's happened twice. Now you got a pattern. So it's going to happen again and again and again and again and again until you break the fucking pattern. Until you break the pattern. And say, absolutely not. He's 100% faithful to me. Because you have to, especially if it's the same gutter trash. If it's the same gutter trash, you need to keep her in the dump. You need to send her ass to the dumpster and let the dump truck take her out of your reality. Okay, but the more you breathe life into gutter trash, they're not going to goddamn place. They're not going anywhere because you keep thinking about them. You keep bringing them back over and over and over again until you decide, I don't think so. No, it's me and my SP and no one else. Then bye, bitch. Bye. Get about my shit. Hold your questions, guys, because we're going to do the stuff, okay? Oh, which writer? Sorry, Jack Canfield. Chicken Soup for the Soul. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. Told you guys, if any... What's up, Blue Velvet? I told you guys, if any of you guys know... See, Mina? No, you're right. Now we are officially rivals. Because you're a Lakers fan. And do you care to know who my team is? Celtics, baby. Yeah. Yeah. But apparently where I live here in Orange County, we're not allowed to be Celtics fans because they're fucking haters. During basketball season, when my brother lived with me, we used to hang. I have a Celtics flag. We used to hang it outside. And then the fucking homeowners association was like, you need to remove the flag. I'm like, how is that any different than a goddamn American flag? They made me take my flag down. Been manifesting my SP, and all he does is liking all my stories. What does that mean? Okay, Elizabeth, what that means for you. Well, first of all, you guys need to remember that nothing has meaning unless you assign it a meaning. Okay, so nothing has meaning at all unless you give it a meaning. So what meaning you should be giving everything is the meaning that you want. Because remember, your subconscious mind doesn't have eyes. So like, let's say there's gutter trash and you're creeping on gutter trash's profile, right? Or you're creeping on your SP's profile, excuse me. And you're creeping on SP's profile. Okay, and you see a picture of gutter trash. What you should be doing is you should be like, look at him always posting pictures of me and him. Look at him always posting pictures of me and him. He's so in love with me. He is literally so in love with me. Okay? Same with if he's liking all your stories. When now what that means is that one, he's low-key stalking you, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing because I don't like stories. I feel like I don't really give a shit. I didn't know people get their feelings hurt if you don't like their stories. It's fucking weird. They're like, if you were my friend. I was like, what are you, 5? If I was your friend, I would like your story. Okay. But I would give it a meaning that benefits you. So I would be like, yeah, this man obviously cannot stop thinking about me. I'm on his mind all the goddamn time because he cannot wait. He has to see me all the time. He opens up my stories daily because he can't get enough of me. And then what would I do? I'd give him something to look at. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't mean OnlyFans shit to look at. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. I'm just saying I would get dressed up, snap a couple pictures, make sure I'm looking hot with the right side, because you know we all have a good side and a bad side, right? And then you do know how silly in hindsight, because trust me, I get it, because I have a good side too. But in actuality, like unless our face is not like the same, isn't it like the fucking same on both sides of the face? There you go, Nina. You know, if you have what is wrong with all of you guys? That's it. We're all breaking up. We're all breaking up around here. Spurs. Bulls. I thought you guys had good taste in basketball teams. Clearly, I was mistaken. What if I'm going to ask just one last question. What if affirming I'm happy we're back together and started getting more attention from others? Well, Eli, that's a self-concept thing too. There's two things. It's a self-concept thing, right? Because obviously you think you're hot, which means that you've got a pretty good self-concept because people are they're hitting on you. You're getting attention from others. So that's not a bad thing. The second thing that could be is that they're no, that's just a self-concept thing. That is not anything else. Look, we're always like, you're gorge. Well, that would be why you're getting attention from others, wouldn't it be? is because you're putting yourself on that pedestal. So because you're putting yourself on the pedestal, you're going to get attention from men. I mean, I do. It's one of the things my boyfriend loves about me. He thinks it's flattering. All right. He's like, he goes, I notice, he goes, every time we go out, I see guys looking at you and checking you out. He's like, but I know who you're coming home with. And I was like, yes, baby. So, all right. So let's get in a comfy place so we can cut some energy cords, okay? We need to get, if you are new here, the 2 techniques we're about to do, we do these every single day on my live. But however, you can do them whenever you want because lucky for you, I have made a video. Except the second one, I've added some things, so I'm going to have to make that video again. But that'll be fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so the first one that we're about to do is, it's energy cord cutting, okay? You're cutting the stale energy with your SP. So it's kind of like it's kind of like ever since you met your SP, you've been walking around with the same fucking shirt on the entire time. Like you ain't never take that off, right? And so it stinks, it's stale, it's gross. So so that's the same with the energy. So what we do instead is we cut that energy cord. So therefore, when you cut the energy cord, it's like washing the t-shirt, putting on a new one. Okay, putting on a new one. And this is from an ancient Hawaiian tradition. It's called Ho'oponopono. And when I did this with an ex I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. He called me within 72 hours and was like, hey, I was just thinking about you. I was like, oh. So you have to know that you will pop into your SP's mind. Okay, you will. Ellie in the 40 did this with somebody. She was on my live. She did this with somebody, with a friend of hers, called her within 6 hours. Okay. I have another person. I have another client that did this within 20 minutes. Got a text, excuse me. One of the fucking two. Okay. So it is very powerful because you will pop in their mind because at some point, something is going to, very shortly, you're going to pop in their mind because the energy clears and they feel a shift. Like when you clear energy, they actually feel something. Okay. Where it's not like this. Okay. But they will feel a shift and that's what causes you to pop into their mind. But this time when you pop into their mind, they're not like, oh, it's that bitch. Right. They're like, huh, wonder what she's doing. That type of thing. Okay. And so it's that kind of attitude. So we're going to do that. This video, I did make a video on this. There on my TikTok. There is a 3-part video series. I say 3-part, but it's 3 videos in a row where I'm wearing a red shirt. It's the first one. Okay. Then the second one we're going to be doing is the photo method. And that is pinned to the top of my profile. I have a different spin on it that you're going to find out what that is today than before. And so, but it is pinned to the top of my profile. It has like 42,000 views. So save those because you'll figure it out because you can do them whenever you want. And then also I'm going to have, and then I'm going to be recreating the video. I had a couple videos I'll probably be creating today, sisters and brothers. Bro, why are you sad? Your birthday's on Thursday. You're supposed to be happy, bitch. You're supposed to be happy. Okay. So I want you to, we're in a comfy seat. I want you to close your eyes. This only takes about a couple minutes, okay? I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine, or take 3 deep breaths, because let's get ourselves relaxed, okay? To just clear your mind for a second. Clear your mind and just relax. Now I want you to imagine that you are in a giant amphitheater. It's dark outside. And in front of you, there is a large stage. And on that stage, there is a spotlight, one single stage light that goes from the ceiling of the ceiling to the center of the stage. I want you to shift your focus to that spotlight for just one moment. And as you're looking into the light, you start to realize and start to notice that you're actually not alone. In fact, you realize that off in the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, there's a dark, shadowy figure. As you begin to shift your focus from the stage light to the shadowy figure, you start to realize and get a sense that that person is your SP. Now, I want you to call your SP, say their name, and ask them to come into the light. Now, as your SP starts to walk into the light, into the center of the stage, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. Now, I want you to look at your SP, and I want you to ask your SP these two questions. And I want you to hear your SP respond. If you can hear their name, if you can hear their voice, great. If you cannot, that's okay too. I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Now ask them, do you love me? Also hear them tell you, yes. Now you're going to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time, you're not going to hear them respond, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP right in their eyes, and I want you to tell them, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if they're a pair of scissors. And I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye. Now, as that cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord and from your third eye and just pull it out of your third eye and toss it aside. Now, as the cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a giant balloon. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller and farther and farther and smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther until they just disappear. Now take one more deep breath in and out, and then open your eyes. All right. Now, you will notice you can use this on anybody, including people in your life. You should start with the active people in your life, because what you're doing is you're clearing the energy with your with the people immediately in your life. So let's say you have children, right? You could do this with your children. You could do this with your family members. You can do this with coworkers. But I suggest if they're not immediately in your life, then I suggest you start with those closest to you and then branch out. But branch out with those people that are the negative Nellies, if you will. The negative Nellies, the naysayers, the energy suckers. Okay, because what you'll realize is because every single person you've ever came in contact in your entire life is attached to your energy. So this is why sometimes you will feel really tired at times, and other times you'll feel super energized, because it's all attached to your energy. Okay. So we want to make sure that we keep that shit clean, because it's going to benefit you. Trust me, it will benefit you. All right. Oakscully dokescully. Now we are going to do the photo method. Because now that you've popped into their mind, let's get you guys some contact. Yeah, it's normal, Elizabeth, if you tear up a little bit. It's totally normal. Okay, so let's get you guys some contact. Okay? Now, the point of the photo method is I need you guys, at some point let's be honest, at some point you have to start thinking differently. You have to start thinking differently. You cannot think the same way you've been thinking about your SP. You have to start expecting something different, okay? Because either way it goes, you're expecting something. One way or another, you're expecting some shit. So you're either expecting them to want to be with you or not want to be with you, want to talk to you or not want to talk to you, right? All of these things is what you're expecting from your SP, and they must do whatever you're expecting them to do. So if you're expecting them to not fucking talk to you, well, you care to guess what they can't do? Not talk to you. Okay? No, see, Abby, that is not true at all. That is not true at all. I literally cut the cord with my daughter all the time, and guess what? She's fucking still here. So, yes, Auntie, you can do a gutter trash, by the way. Okay, so that's where, so I want you guys to right now forget who your SP was. Forget who the fuck your SP was 2 seconds ago. Forget it. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. That is no longer them anymore. This is now, we're going to choose and select a version of your SP that's perfect for you and only you. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go back right now and forget who you were. I want you to go back right now to the beginning of your relationship. Go right back to the very beginning. Okay? Now I want you to remember who you were. Who were you at the beginning of your relationship with your SP? Who were you? I want you to remember the confident, the secure person that you were in the beginning of your relationship. The one that didn't need to be in a relationship. The one that was not ever defined by her relationship. But the one that was in that just was fine being alone. That was living their life. Remember that version of you that was living your life. That, yeah, the thought of occasionally would come up of it, that's cool to be in a relationship, but you didn't need to be in one. You knew who you were. I want you to embody that version of yourself right now. Embody that version of yourself again. Right now. Right now. Because that is now who you are. No other version of you exists except for the one that they pursued, that they chased, that they fell in love with, that they wanted to be with. That's who you were. And that's not who you are again. Because that version of you is what caused them to contact you, pursue you, want to spend time with you, want to be in a relationship with you, and fell in love with you. And would do anything to make you happy. So that is now who you are. Now, I want you to fast forward a little bit in your relationship to a time when everything was perfect between you and your SP. Everything was perfect. Now I want you to remember the version of your SP. Who was your SP? If I would have called you up on the phone and I would have said, girl, or man, tell me all about your SP. How would you have described your SP? Well, that is now the version of your SP that they are again for you. The one that you fell in love with, the one that you wanted to talk to all the time, that you could not get off your mind, the one that just won your fucking heart, the one that you saw a future with, that you wanted to get married, you wanted to be a family with. That is now who your SP is for you and only you. No other version of you or your SP exists from now and this point forward. Because back then in your relationship when everything was perfect, you never once questioned whether you would hear from him today whether they would come see you, whether they wanted to spend time with you, whether they wanted to be with you. You never questioned that at all. Because at that point in your relationship, you knew. You just knew how they felt about you. That's now who you are and who they are for you. Nothing else matters. Now, you have your photos of your SPs, and if you don't, get them out now. If you don't have a photo of your SP, just picture them in your mind. Okay? Now, I want you to look at your SP in a moment, because I almost forgot this shit. If you are new here, I need you to put on your crown. If you are not new here, I'm going to need you to straighten your fucking crown real quick, because here we get what we want and we get it when we want it. You are the king and the queen of your own reality. No one is above you in your damn house. So own it. Channel your queen and king energy. Do it now. Because queen and kings have nothing to hide. They know and they expect. They know and they expect. Okay, so when kings and queens give commands, do they ever question or wonder if their command will be fulfilled? No, they don't. When queens and kings give commands, they know. They don't doubt. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to check. They know. They just know. And they expect what they want. That's who you are. That's the attitude you're going to have right now. When you're looking at your SP's photo, you're going to tell them what to do. Now, you are not going to give them, what's it called? Oh, if you're alone, say this out loud. A little bit of backbone. If you're not alone, say it in your mind, okay? So you don't look like a wacko. All right? All right. Now, excuse me. All right. If you're in no contact with your SP, or you're in contact, but it is not consistent contact, then what you're going to do is you're going to look at your SP's photo and you're going to tell them to contact you. You can say contact, calling, texting, it doesn't matter. However they would naturally reach out to you is exactly how they'll reach out to you. Okay, so you can tell them, you're contacting me right now, or you're calling me right now, you're calling me right now, you're calling me right now, you are calling me right now. Okay, if you're in consistent contact with your SP, then you can choose to either tell them to contact you right now, or you can tell them that they're coming to see you today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. You're coming to see me today. Now, if you're in any of the ships, a friendship, situationship, or relationship, then you can do whatever you want. You can tell them they're contacting you right now. You can tell them they're coming to see you today, or you can tell them you can have fun with it. You're bringing me dinner tonight. You're cooking me dinner tonight. You're buying me flowers today. You're giving me a massage tonight. You're rubbing my feet today. You're giving me sexy time tonight. Whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because the reality is you can have whatever you want. And you can get them to do whatever you want. And the moment they will do it is when you expect something different, when you know. So right now, you're going to know that they're contacting you, just like you knew back then that they would contact you. That same knowing is exactly what's going to happen now. All right? All right, so give your commands right now. If he's here but doesn't like me. What's a good command if he's here but doesn't like me is, you're obsessed with me. Yeah, you're absolutely obsessed with me. Girly pop, what the fuck are you talking about? All right, so I want you to give your commands right now, and I want you right now, because you have the version of your SP and you're a different version of yourself. So right now, You are going to tell them, Girly Pop, that he's fucking obsessed with you. He shows you every day how much he loves you. Every single day he shows you how much he loves you. All right? You should perceive me as a changed person. Okay, listen. Perhaps the instructions were unclear. Okay? These are the things you're saying to your SP right now. After we're done, then I will tell you other ways to leverage the photo method. Okay? But right now, give your fucking command that they're going to contact you, period. And I'm going to pause this live so I can go to the ladies' room. All right? Give your commands and expect them to contact you. And we're back. Oh, right. Now, it is my intention that several of you will receive contact. A lot of you right now, today. Because they can't wait to contact you. They've been waiting to contact you this entire time. They've been waiting to rekindle, and they're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. Everything that you want to hear, they're going to tell you. Believe that. Know that. Know that you deserve that. And we may have to move over to YouTube starting tomorrow. This live may end. I'm telling you guys that right now. Okay? I'm telling you right now. Okay, here we are. Now, perhaps I have some haters. Okay? So let's address the elephant in the room. Perhaps people are unaware of how Google Drive works. Okay, Google Drive works this way. Let me educate you. Okay, Google Drive works this way. You create a folder and it puts a date stamp on it. The date stamp doesn't change unless you change the name of the folder. If you could open that folder up 2,000 times, it won't change the date of the folder because you didn't change the name of the folder. Duh. Same with files. You can upload a file and you can open that file up and that picture up 20,000 times. The file date is still not going to change from the day you uploaded it unless you change the name of the file. Duh. This is common fucking sense. So if you have been reached out to by somebody trying to create a smear campaign about myself, please do not listen to ignorance. Do not listen to ignorance. That's just what it is. Sorry. If they don't like it, I don't know what to tell them. But they need to educate themselves and also get a fucking life. That's also what they need to do. Get a life. Yes, Haley. Yes, there's people trying to smear my name. Because you know what? They are haters. And because they can't stand that I'm doing something right. They can't stand that I have my SP. And that I'm helping others very much get their SPs. They can't stand that. So, like I said, if you're in my WhatsApp community and they have reached out to you, then you would know who I'm talking about. I don't need to smear them here. So if they have reached out to you, then you would know who I'm talking about. Okay? And don't listen to them because it's called integrity. Have some integrity and some self-respect. In case they're watching the replay, because they're obsessed with me. Everyone's obsessed with me. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be obsessed with me? Just saying. So it is. It's craziness to me. That's right. Yes, bro. You would be correct. And it's not all of them. It's not. It's only two. In fact, three of them have realized that they listened to bullshit. And they're back. Okay? But we had a long, long talk. But the other two, nah. I don't think so. So, I know you did, AJ. I know you did, bitch. See? That's what I'm saying. There's a whole lot of movement people are getting. And so, whatever the fuck they want to talk about, that's on them. I don't give a shit. At all. It's very sad. And then they're trying to now reach out to other professionals in my space, thinking that somehow makes them look good. That doesn't make you look good. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I guess. Do what you got to do. But the proof is in the pudding. There's success stories posted every single day. You think I make that shit up? I don't make it up. But like I said, if people don't try to come for you, well, then you're not doing something right. You know what I'm saying? No, they do not. I don't know if they get a notification, Mojito. Actually, they do get a notification that you followed them. They don't get a notification that you unfollow them. That I do know. And they can also see who followed them. But you can also unblock them, look at their shit, and then block them again. And they won't see you won't see that they looked at your stuff because they unblocked you and blocked you again. And as long as they keep you blocked for 24 hours, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. So that's where you all should remember that if you're blocked, you need to tell yourself, I'm blocked because they want to creep on my profile every fucking day and they just don't want me doing it. They just don't want me to know that they're doing it, but they're on my profile every day. They're looking at all my shit every single day. Every day, they're looking at my stuff. And they just don't want me knowing because they're low-key stalking me. They're low-key obsessed with me. That's how you have to look at it. That's how you have to look at everything that they do or don't do, is they are low-key obsessed. But I do, and I'm not going to get emotional because I try to be the better person, but it really pisses me off. It really hurts my heart too. It hurts my heart too because I'm a good person. And I don't like when people try to take me out of that. When I gave opportunity, when I tried to help. And all of a sudden, you want to try and come for me? Are you insane? Just because I have my SP. If you want to be a hater for her, well, be a hater. I don't give a fuck. But I'm here to help you get your SPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this isn't for selfish gain, you know how much money I make on TikTok when I go live for 3 days or for 3 hours? Honestly, anywhere from 54 cents to a couple bucks. And that's on a good ass day. Okay. So that's on a good day. So it's not like you're getting rich off TikTok live. I'm here to help you. There's a reason why I go live 7 days a week. Thanks, Storm, girlfriend. There's a reason why I go live 7 days a week. Even my boyfriend knows that. My boyfriend knows that. He's like, you're going live today? I'm like, yeah. He goes, I know. I figured. So that's because they know. You know, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you get your SPs because I give a shit. Because I care. And I only teach what works. I don't need to parrot other people. I don't need to go on YouTube and be like, what's trending right now? Let me go ahead and regurgitate that shit. I don't need to do that. Instead, I tell you what works and I teach you so that you can get what you deserve. So that you can get your SP back. Yes, she is. Yeah. But don't even get a trip because I still got Patriot vibes. I still have, which is JW, by the way. Flashy, Terry, all of these people, because I love them all. Cece, I love everybody. Okay. And that's all I'm here to try and do is to help you get your SPs back. And if people don't like that, well, then you know what? I don't really give a fuck. I don't care if people don't like how I talk either. You think I give a shit? Nope. I don't care about that either. I don't care about none of that because that's what I firmly believe that's why I manifested my SP back. It's not to, turn this into a business. It wasn't my thing at all. I was literally trying to freaking get my, or I did weight loss. I taught on weight loss for manifestation. And then I manifested my SP back. And then I thought, well, what greater thing is there than to help people get the love of their life back? Shenzi. To get their life back, to get the love of their life back, to fall back in love, to get their husbands back, their wives back, their boyfriends, their girlfriends. Like, what part of that is a bad thing? I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing because it only takes one person to save a relationship, and that is you. It only takes one well, that's kind of cool. It only takes one person to save a relationship, and that is you. For you to not quit, for you to not give up on the love of your life, for you to never give up on yourself, on your abilities, on the love of your life. You fight for what you want. You get up every day and you fight for what you want. Don't fold. Don't quit. You don't give up. You don't justify why things aren't coming. You don't do any of that. You don't give excuses. You don't do none of that shit. You get up, you pick yourself up, you pick your head up, and you push forward. And you push forward every fucking day. And you get what's yours. Because it is inevitable. You do not have to ever question. This is why I say you guys just need to work on one thing, and that is knowing. That is knowing that you and your SP are getting back together. That's all you have to know. That's literally all you have to know. Because it is inevitable. If you won't quit and you will not fold and you will persist, you must get your SP back. There is no other way. There is no other way. But the only reason why people don't is because they quit. They give up. But if you focus on just knowing, be like, I know this. Like, there's nothing to question. I don't need to question shit. I know this. This is fact. This must harden into fact. Because whatever I assume must push out. Whatever I know must push out. It must conform. Period. Thanks, Storm Girlfriend. It doesn't have a choice. It doesn't have a choice. Your SPs do not have a choice but to conform. Over and over and over again. They don't have a choice as long as you will persist in only the version of your SP that you want, love, and expect to show up. The one that you know. You guys aren't making any of this shit up, right? Where a lot of coaches will tell you just to be delusional, but it's like, be delusional about what? You know this person. There's nothing to be delusional about. You know who they are. You dated them. You love them. There's a reason. And that's where you guys need to realize is why this person. We have lots of exes. We can manifest anybody that we want. We can manifest anyone that we want. But why this person? What is it about this person? For me, the answer was simple. I had kissed a lot of frogs to find my prince. And when I find somebody that just vibes with me, that just is so much fun and I get along with and I connect with, and it makes me happy with the little things, because I love the little fucking things. You don't need to wine and dine me. I love the little things. And when you do that, that's why I was going to go get my SP back. I was going to let him go. For what? For what? Because we're perfect together. Just like you and your SP is perfect together. You know who they are. You know who they are. You just have to tap into that version. Oh, Storm. Bitch, you know Taco Bell is my weakness. Love a good Taco Bell. I mean, I eat a lot from Taco Bell, and I think their tacos are overly expensive. So if I want a regular taco, I go to Del Taco. If I want a gordita, I go to what's it called? Taco Bell. But I refuse to pay Taco Bell $2 for a fucking taco, which, you know, ironically enough, and hopefully you guys don't throw shade at Taco Bell, because I know this and I still fuck with Taco Bell. Did you know their meat is not real meat? It's powder. They use powder and water. I didn't know that, but I found out, and I still don't give a shit. That was on a whole side note because somebody wanted to mention Taco Bell. Now I'm hungry. I have not eaten for 2 days. 2 days. And I don't fast ever. I literally dropped 7 pounds, which I'm going to eat today, obviously. But that's where people act like people don't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? People act like they don't have feelings. And I do have, my feelings are very much real. And when I care about someone, I care about someone. Like I do. And so I couldn't even eat for the past 2 days because I was completely sick to my stomach about what happened. And now I've got to slowly eat. I'm eating half an avocado with everything bagel seasoning on top. That shit's fucking bomb, by the way. So anyway, that's my thing for you guys, okay? Is I want you guys so badly to get your SPs back, to get out of your own fucking heads. You need to get out of your own heads. Release the doubt. Release the worry. Release all of that shit. Release the wondering, the questioning. I started this whole thing today telling you that you should not question how they feel about you. You should know how they feel about you. So in case you weren't here in the beginning, you would, oh, I love that Storm. It's so cute. Feed it to you. Man, boyfriend needs to step his game up. But you should know, no, that your SP, you make a list. I want you to make a list of everything that your SP's told you. Make a list of everything that your SP has ever told you about how they feel about you, about what they love about you. All of that stuff. Replay old conversations that you and SP had over and over again, okay? Remember what they said. Remember that. Because they didn't change. They didn't change. Your assumption of them changed. You listened to what they said. And it hurt your feelings. And instead of remembering all the good things that they said, all you're doing is replaying the shit they said. When you need to hold on to what they said that was positive, amazing things about you. Do you understand? Because when you do that, then your inner conversations change. You're no longer questioning how they feel about you. They've told you how they feel about you. Throughout your relationship, they've told you how they feel about you. Go back and remember what they said. Because they will be that person again for you. When you know in your mind how they feel about you. Because that's what's going to push out for you over and over and over again. It must conform. The second you know, it pushes out. So instead of knowing that they have you blocked on social media, knowing that they're not contacting you, knowing that they're with gutter trash, knowing all this shit, instead of them knowing all of that, instead of you knowing all of that, why don't you practice knowing the opposite? Knowing that you're meant to be together, that you're meant to spend the rest of your lives together, that they absolutely love everything about you, that they know you're perfect. Know that instead of what's going on now. I tested this, guys. I test these things so that I can help you. I don't care if you've never dated the person before. Remember who they were or who they are now in your life. What are the things that they said to you? You must only select that version of yourself that was confident, that fucking knew. I didn't question shit. I knew. You need to go back to that version of yourself. Because when you do that, and you select the version of your SP that loved you, that complimented you all the time, that you had the best connection, that they couldn't stand to be away from you, that they needed to be with you, that they couldn't imagine their life without you. That's who they must conform to. They're conforming 24/7. Every second of the day, they are conforming. They're conforming. So if you're not seeing what you want, it is because you are reacting to everything that they're not doing, to everything that they're not being for you. That's what you're reacting to. You're reacting to current reality, the 3D. But what if you didn't do that? What if instead you only lived back in time when everything was perfect? Doesn't matter, Rhea. When everything was perfect. What if you only lived in that moment? Where you sit there and you tell yourself all of these things and you hear them telling you all these things. And you, in your mind, start telling you what you fucking know. I have no doubt. I told you, say things like I have no doubt or I know. Because your subconscious mind pushes out what you know. So we leverage the subconscious mind by pushing out what we know, not what we don't know. Over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. So I want you guys to pick your fucking heads up. Know that you're special. Know that you're incredible, that you're amazing, that you're a once in a lifetime partner. Know that they will never be happy unless you guys are together. That you're the best part of their day. That they need to talk to you all the time. That they want nothing more than to contact you, to be with you, to freaking worship the ground that you walk on, to hold you in their arms again. They're waiting for that. It's time for you to know that and to know that you deserve it. And the only way you're going to do that is by changing your thoughts about them, letting the shit go. You have to let it go. All the bad shit, you have to let it go or move on from your SP. If you can't dead the bad shit, if you can't see your SP for who they are for you, perfect, amazing, incredible, the love of my life, then move on. Because if you can't dead that story now, it isn't going to change when you get back together. When you get back into contact, none of that's going to change unless you dead that story right now. Get over it. Get over it. Pick your head up and move forward to have a better relationship. One that makes you happy. One that you don't have to question if you're going to be in tomorrow. One that you know. Because you know how they feel about you. You know that they love you. You have to know this. You have to know that you deserve to be happy with the one that makes you happy. You deserve to have the love of your life, to be made feel special every day by the one that you love. You don't deserve to sit there and cry all day long and to be ghosted, disrespected, and to talk down to and not talk to at all, and to be blocked. That's not what you deserve. So stop accepting it. Stop accepting that from your SP. Right now, accept only what you deserve. Only what you deserve. And fight for it. Fight for it. And you do that by fighting your thoughts. Fighting your thoughts. Because like I tell you every day, there's one thing you're in control of, and there's a reason why this is the only thing you're in control of, and that is your mind. If your mind did not produce your reality, if your thoughts did not create your reality, then everyone would have the exact same life. There would be no upper class, upper middle class, middle lower class, lower class. There would be none of that if our thoughts did not curate our reality. No one decides, other than you, that this person's better than you, that this person deserves more than you, that this person deserves everything and you don't. No one decides that except for you. Your thoughts are everything. Your thoughts are everything. Control them in everything that you have in your entire life. I told you, this is far beyond your SPs. You should be looking at your thoughts in everything throughout the day. Throughout the day. The thought of a negative thought about money comes up? No, sir, I'm fucking rich. I'm so damn rich, damn, money comes to me easily. Like, it's so easy to make. I have plenty of money. I've always had plenty of money. Tell yourself something else. You look in that mirror and you don't like the woman you see back at you? Love on your fucking self. Instead of shitting all over yourself and pointing out all your imperfections, instead, pick your fucking head up, look at yourself in that fucking mirror and tell yourself you are perfect. Because you are. You are perfect, flaws and all. You are perfect. They know you're perfect too. They can only see what you see in yourself. So what do you want to see in yourself? Do you want to see yourself that's deserving of everything that you want and more? That you're a badass bitch? That you have options? That I am nothing but perfection? Please. Please, I don't think so. Because no one is better than you in your reality. Nobody is hotter than you. Nobody is smarter than you. Nobody is wealthier than you. No one is better than you in your house. So stop letting people's words hurt you. Stop listening. Stop listening to what the fuck people say. When you can change it. When you should only hear what you want to hear. Not what you don't want to hear. And if you're not in contact with your SP at the current second, then you should be saturating your mind with everything you want SP to say, because they're coming back. And you know what? I'm going to say. They're going to say everything that I wanted them to say, everything I've been waiting to hear them say, because you guys will find out and you will get confirmation of every fucking thing that you did nothing but question and doubt the entire time. To find out that you were dead ass wrong. That you were dead ass wrong. Because what was playing on behind the scenes while you were too busy questioning and crying and getting sad and all this shit, guess what? You're real quick gonna find out that all that was for nothing. All that was for nothing. Because they all of a sudden are confirming everything you questioned the entire time. Who in the fuck is gonna do that? Sanchi, take what you have with SP, take what you have with her, and pop what you know about her and your description of her, pop that into SP. Okay? But you know this. You guys are so cute. You guys are so cute because you guys will send me a text and I'll say something on here and then you respond. What the hell is LYK? The universe is always conspiring in your favor. Always conspiring in your favor. You can have whatever the fuck you want. I mean, now don't put it out there that, it's you're attracting anything. You're not attracting anything. But there's a reason why whatever you believe in as a higher power is giving you free will. is giving you the ability to decide, is giving you the ability to desire. Because if you can desire something, you're supposed to have it. There's no other way around it. Because we don't desire what we're not supposed to have. If you didn't want it, why would you desire it? You know what I mean? So you're supposed to have all of that. Anything that you want in this world, you deserve. And remember that if you can desire your SP, you are supposed to be with them, or you wouldn't desire it at all. Look at it this way. Do you desire any of your other exes? Nah. We desire the one that we want. Therefore, you're supposed to be with the one that you want, with the one that you love. There's no other choice. So don't quit, and remind yourself every day you're doing not a goddamn thing wrong other than not knowing how someone feels about you. Look at yourself in the fucking mirror and be like, who wouldn't want to be with me? Who wouldn't? Your SP is no goddamn different. No different is your SP. Of course he wants to be with you. Why wouldn't he? They have this up here. It's like, just look at it like common sense. Common fucking sense. They have common sense. They ain't gonna lose the best thing that ever fucking happened to them. You. They're never gonna lose the best thing that's ever happened to them. The best person that's ever walked into their life. You. Right now, there is a chunk missing out of their fucking heart. Yeah, Haley, right now there's a chunk missing out of their heart because you're not in it. Because you're not in it. But when you get in it. Martha, there's a link in my bio. I think I'm going to actually turn that form off, though. I'm not sure. We'll see. But anyway, there's that's what you need to remember. That they're not a whole person without you. There's not a day, not a fucking second that goes by every single day that they aren't missing you, that they aren't thinking about you, that they aren't looking at your pictures, that they aren't wondering what you're doing. When you think about them, it is because they are thinking about you. Oh no, somebody flagged me on here. Go figure. Go figure. But my people know now, and if you don't, that if the live ever ends abruptly, then that means we head over to YouTube for 3 days. But that's not happening anymore because I am the creator of my reality. Oh yeah, Storm. It's the stupidest thing ever. I can sit here and fucking yell and scream at you guys. And nothing. So, you can't help. People need to get a life. Get a hobby. Get a hobby. And I've never done that ever in my life because I'm like, if I don't like somebody's live, I just go to the next one. It's not really a big deal. I don't know, poor times. They'll never tell you who flagged anything. They never tell you that. But anyway, it's haters. TikTok being weird. I know. I was like, perhaps we need to re-examine what bullying and harassment means. Let's redefine that because I don't think this is harassing anybody. But you have to know that they are right now thinking about you. Right now. Every time you think about them, they think about you. Every time you're going about your day and it just pops in your mind and they just pop in your mind, that's because they're thinking about you. That's why you just popped in their mind or they just popped in your mind. That's why they're thinking about you. That's why. Sarah. How dare you post a picture of a waterfall, a video? Okay? You guys worry about the stupidest shit. And you need to understand right now that they have a picture of you. You know this. And if you think they just deleted you from their life, they did not. They did not. At all. They didn't delete you at all from their life. They look at your photo all the time. All the time. They're waiting every fucking day to contact you. To contact you. The minute you know how they feel about you. The minute you know that you're together. Doesn't matter. I know how he feels about me. I know how they feel about me. I know how they want. I know what they want. I know that they want me. I know that they can't stand to be away from me. I know that they want to live with me right now. I know they want to marry me. I know they want to be with me right now. No doubt in my mind. I know they're coming back. Absolutely not. I know they're coming back right now. That I know. When you know that, they show up. They show up out of the blue. Time doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. But you're creating time by focusing on it. You're creating time by looking for it. It's unnecessary for you to look and check the 3D for your manifestation, for you to check for movement. It's not necessary because you'll get the confirmation. Like, you don't need to check shit. What do you need to check for? You'll get it automatically. Now, doesn't matter, and in fact, he's coming back. Yeah, your SP's moving back home. He ain't going to goddamn place. You know what I mean? He ain't going a damn place. He's staying right here with me. In fact, he wants to live with me right now. He wants to live with me right now. Oh my God, he wants to live with me. He ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And when you know that, you're good. You're good. So please, work on that. Work on that. Knowing your worth. Knowing your value in this world. Knowing that the world, the whole entire fucking world, is better with you in it. Is better with you in it. Like, please, this world would not be the same if I wasn't here. You have a position in this world. You have a place in this world. You need to know that. You need to own it. You need to own who you are. A bad, sexy motherfucker. Yeah, that's who you are. So when are you going to start believing that? Owning that. That's magnetic. That's magnetic. You could walk around. You can literally walk around. Sure, Sarah Anna, send me your picture, bitch. You can walk around. That's a good one, actually. Anyway, sorry. I digress. You can walk around, honestly, with your head held high. You need to. It's magnetic. When you walk around, can you see? If you can't open it, go ahead and send me a DM, because a couple people are saying they can't open things. But it's magnetic. When people, have you ever been walking somewhere and you just know that someone has confidence? They don't need to tell you they're confident. You just know. Looks have nothing to do with it either. Like, looks literally have nothing to do with confidence at all. It's the way they carry themselves. It's the way they carry themselves that you just know, right? It's kind of like weight loss. You just know. You just know. There's nothing else. My bestie's trying to get me to My bestie's ridiculous. She's trying to get me to move into her neighborhood. No. Just kidding, girl, if you're on here. But no. Anyway. But when you do that, yeah, I have somebody, she's the fastest one to date. She's literally the fastest one to date. Where I said, I talked to her yesterday. Think yesterday morning. I talked to her. And yesterday, he contacted her. And they're going on a date Saturday. I was like, damn, it's pretty quick. Mm-hmm. But you have to have confidence. It was lightning fast. And if you look at the difference in people who are getting their SPs back, or getting movement at least, they all tell you the same. Look at the trend. You don't need to ask them. Just look at the trend. They had confidence within themselves. They just knew. They're like, oh, I know he'll be back. Please. Please. Like, you could literally tell yourself that in a joking ass way. You can literally tell yourself that in a joking ass way. Like, please. I know he'll be back. Like, duh. What the fuck? Of course he is. Today. Right now. I know he'll be back right now. That I have no doubt. And kind of laugh about it. Laugh to yourself. When you think about stuff like that, because you're just like, I'd like to think I didn't date somebody fucking stupid. He has a brain. He knows what he's getting here. He's not going to give that shit up for the world. He's smarter than that. He's fucking smarter than that. He would never be so silly as to walk away from my ass. That's what I said, Roberta. That's what I say. That's exactly the mentality, because you're like, and that's when I got to realizing the same shit. My ring light died. That's when I started realizing the same shit. Is, wait a minute, if I can manifest, how did I manifest this man whole ass hurting himself? I said it once. So if I said it once and it didn't, and it happened, then what the fuck? Then how can I leverage that and do the opposite, right? Leverage that and do the opposite. It's no different. No fucking different. Okay? Now, get busy. Your entire objective is to work on the knowing. The knowing. You do that through inner conversations. Do that through your thoughts. Okay? Is working on the knowing. Be like, my main objective is to know. That is my main goal, is to know. Just know. And I'm going to tell myself that. I'm going to remember all the things, because I wrote them all down like Jen said. And I'm going to remember all the things that this man told me. All the positive things that this person that I love told me. And I'm only going to remember that. I'm only going to replay those conversations. I'm only going to replay those conversations in my mind. And I'm only going to work on knowing that he loves me. Knowing that he can't live without me. Knowing that he's coming back today, right now. Knowing exactly how he feels about me. Knowing that he can't stand to be away from me. Knowing that he's contacted me today because he's obsessed with me. That's all I'm going to know. And I got to worry about shit else. All right? Speaking of manifest for me, I have a coaching call coming up. I have a manifest for me coaching call coming up. So, if you guys kill me with the updated pictures of your SPs, like I'm trying to fucking date your SP. Because I'm like, they're like, can I send you an updated picture? I'm like, I guess. I'm not trying to date your SP though, but sure. Why not? Why not? Okay? Yes, we got this. I want 100% of you guys to get your SPs back. And I want a buttload of you guys to get movement. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay? Now, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, I seriously want some Taco Bell right now too, Storm, I know. If you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong, all links. Do you want to join my WhatsApp community? I have guided meditations. I have hypnosis recordings, all the things, all links are in my bio. Also, if you want, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So if you ever miss a live, I always upload them on the tube of you. So while you're there, head on over, subscribe, and then let them play. Engage in them because it will help push my videos out to a wider audience. Because that's how they reward engagement videos. It tells people that people found it interesting. So therefore they push it out. Okay. So I want people to realize that it's about leveraging the law of assumption. It is not about working. It is not about who decided that we needed to freaking work at manifesting. That's fucking stupid. Like who decided it has to only work one way, one direction? No. No. If you go to my bio, I think it is, but I think it's Jen instead of Jennifer. But if you go to my bio, it's on the very bottom. The link is in my bio. What was it? Okay, all this talk about Taco Bell. It's making me hungry. And now I think I want, I have lettuce too. Now I think I want fucking tacos tonight. Thanks a lot, bitches. Thanks a lot. I was dead set on tilapia. I was dead set on some tilapia tonight with corn, and I make a corn and broccoli succotash. But now I'm having tacos. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I just had a moment there where I just salivated thinking about tacos. And I make bum-ass tacos. So, because I like the crunchy tacos like from a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Not like the ones where, because Taco Bell, let's be honest, Taco Bell and Del Taco, you got a solid 2 minutes to eat that shit. Like you got 5 max, right? Like you got to go through the drive-thru and go straight on home. And the first things you eat are the tacos. Because if you let that shit sit for 10 minutes, now it's all soggy as shit, right? It's all soft. And then there's nothing that pisses you off even more when you see the bottom is broken. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, what in the ghetto shit is this? So I am cold today, girlfriend, and it is not even cold here, but I'm cold today because I'm weird. All right, guys. I love you, besties. I love you, and I will see you all later. Bye.